Hey guys, Mark Peratt, Metatrends Mark here, author of Metatrends and the Next Economy. So this video is on why did we actually write this book. So for those of you who don't know, I actually present to approximately 1,500 companies a year and teach lessons on how to utilize demographics as a tool to stay relevant and course correct the company so that you thrive in these most challenging of times. Now, we've presented these theories to over 8,000 companies over the last decade for a combined total revenue of approximately $419 billion. We teach as small a company as 100,000 and as large as 7.5 billion so far. So the book actually encapsulates the lessons in the presentation. I get to go into greater detail in the book, more so than I can do in person. All right, so it's designed as actually a companion for when the CEOs and C-levels see the presentation. It's okay, well, how can I get my direct reports to course correct the company? First, they have to understand what's going on in my mind. So picture course correcting a company starts with the mental headspace in your head, but it doesn't stop there. It can't. It has to go to the direct reports and eventually to the boots on the ground. The book and these videos that we're shooting on this channel are designed to help you to do that. Yet we recognize the dirty secret of books is most people don't buy books, and those that do don't tend to read them. Those that do tend to read them don't tend to finish them. So we actually designed the book with that in mind, so that this way it would be everything you need in a one-flight read. So picture, there's lots of graphs. I've been told it takes as short as an hour to read the book and as long as 2 to 3. All right, so who should actually be reading this book is I would say it breaks down into about 8 categories. We have CEOs who are looking to create maximum valuation in their business models. C-levels who are, this would be CIOs, CFOs, COOs, that sort, looking to grow as leaders and maybe even take over the company one day or run a company one day. Future leaders, these are people who like counsel, senators, and what have you, want to know trends and get more articulate with it. And master the concepts in those theories. We also have entrepreneurs. These are people looking to start something great. So you have limited resources of time, energy, money, that sort of thing. You want to make sure that those energies are pointed in the right direction. Knowing which industries will thrive in the next 15 years is really good, useful information. So that this way you're deploying those limited resources into areas that will actually thrive, significantly increasing the likelihood of you succeeding. All right, the unemployed, these are people who are either downsized or looking for work. Well, the worst thing you could do is go keep on that cycle of constantly going to companies that are going to go under, and then now your resume looks terrible. Instead of doing that, if you understand trends, you can narrow cast your resume to certain industries, and what ends up happening then is you're less likely to be fired or laid off because they're going to thrive. All right, so then you have professors. These would be academics looking for practical application of their theories in corporate America, and maybe some useful information about what leaders really are in corporate America as opposed to what they're perceived in academia. You also have students looking for research statistics, that sort of thing. It's be useful information for them. Lastly, you have is professionals. So professionals looking to diversify their practice and to make sure that they're creating more value and that makes them irreplaceable. These are the type of people who should be reading the book. The lessons in it are universal. They basically affect all human beings on the planet. It's very big picture stuff. So what will this teach? So picture how to utilize demographics to predict the validity of your future business model. How to know which industries are going to thrive in the relative near future, how to attract them as clients and customers, how to be one. In other words, how to course correct your strategy so that you kick so much butt your foot hurts. So this year alone, we will teach the lessons in this book to over 1,500 private middle market companies. So this helps us help you create an empowered future. Metatrends and the Next Economy. Everything you need in a one-flight read. Thanks for subscribing.